The next series of exercises is to strengthen your rotator cuff muscles, and it's a great way of strengthening and isolating the rotator cuff muscles, okay? So what I want you to do, I only use a 1 pound, and if you're really built, then maybe 2 pound, but I never use more than 2 pound for doing the rotator cuff strengthening, because rotator cuff muscles are small muscles, and if you use a heavier weight, then the movement will be taken over by the big muscles like the deltoid or the trap. And when we're trying to strengthen the rotators, we just have to use less weight. Less is more here. So the first one that I'm going to be working on is the supraspinatus muscle. And the way I like to do it, to isolate it, is come all the way to the edge. Okay, there you go. And I ask the patient to lift his leg up. So it gives an idea, because the movement of supraspinatus is just 0 to 30 degrees of abduction. So in this way, she's doing it against gravity, but starting at the lower point and then coming up and stopping here. So I want you to do 10 of this. Go ahead. And I would start with 10, but your goal is to do 20. Okay, so increase the repetition. We are not increasing the weight, we are increasing the repetition. 3. And I want your arm to stay very close to your body. 4. So don't go away from it. Okay, 5. Again. 6. And you will feel a burn like right here, because you're using just that muscle. 7. 8. 9. 10. I'm starting off with 10, but know that your goal is to do 20. The next one is going to be for external rotators. So you're going to go down, and then you're going to go all the way up, okay? So do 10 of those. 3. So I'm assuming that it's her left shoulder that's the problematic shoulder. So that's why she's doing it on the left side. But I would recommend you do it on both sides, even if your right shoulder is fine. It's good to do equal exercises on both sides. You counting?
Yeah, that's 9.
And 10. So internal rotation is basically going in, and I want to do it against gravity. So I'm going to do internal rotation on this arm, and then I'm going to move her on the opposite side, okay? So I want you to do internal rotation now. 1, go all the way down as much as you can. 2, again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're doing 10 now, but you're going to do 20 after you practice a little bit. So now let's do it on the right side. So you're going to come to the edge. You can do it. Oh, you can sleep on the other side. Yeah. So skip, and we can do it this way, or when you're doing it, you can just rotate on the other side. So we're going to do the supraspinatus first. So come on to the edge and get your leg up here so you get a good idea of how much 30 degrees is. And now go down and then come up to this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do the external rotators for the right. So you're going to, the angle of when you're doing this exercise should be 90. You cannot do it like that or like that. So make sure it's at 90-degree angle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we had not done the internal rotators on this, so we're going to do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the last one of the rotator cuff is the subscapularis, and I'm going to show you. Go ahead, sit up and stand up. And we're going to do it on the table, or you could do it on the wall, whichever is comfortable. The wall is easier than an incline, but I'm going to show it to you on an incline. Go back all the way. Keep going back. Keep going back. So I want the angle of the hip for everything to be in one line. And as you can see, she is now in one line. So what you're going to do is I just want you to depress, go in by squeezing the shoulder blades, but I'm not doing a push-up, okay? So it's not bending her elbows. Now extend it. No, keep your back straight. Okay, good. Squeeze again, squeeze again, squeeze again, squeeze again. And 2. So you're only doing it from the upper back. Good. Squeeze again, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the way. Touch your shoulder blades. Okay? And round 4. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. And 5. And squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift your head up, neck up. And round it, round it, round it, round it, round it. 6. Okay? Keep a few more. Squeeze this, squeeze it more. Okay, and round it. 7. And squeeze it again. And round it. 8. And squeeze it again. And round it. 9. And squeeze it again. And 10. Okay. So that's the subscapular. So there are 4 muscles of the rotator cuff, and you did all the 4 exercises for the rotator cuff. Thank you.